What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Monday live stream. No, it's not a Monday live stream. It's a totally random live stream. What's up, guys? I'm tired. Does it show? Now I do not even hear myself when I'm talking with the mic, so I guess we'll do this one here. Guys, welcome. Today is a day where I need to work on show. So I'm doing two things right now. I'm testing out my new, well, not really new, but my 4K setup with my FX30 from Sony. I can actually use the HDMI in 4K DCI, 4K DCI, which is like the big through 4K, like really in your face, as much detail as possible 4K, and I see if my computer can handle that. I don't know. We'll see if it can handle it. Also, I will see if my stream likes it, because I will have maybe a little more delay than usual with your answer, like the time that I say, "Hey, what's up, Charlie? Welcome to this totally random live stream where I'm gonna work on a show." So I'm gonna try that out. Let's see if this is a new way for me to upgrade the stream to 4K resolution. See if it's better for you or not. I think I've rolled the credit, like, just in case. Oh, that shifted a little bit. Just in case. Again, my name is Guillaume. Welcome to another random live stream. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you become a member of the channel, like Charlie, if you want to have the pleasure, the privilege to spend some time with me, because every super member that joined the channel gets a 1 hour of free time with me with that camera, on the console, where we can talk about some stuff, having some fun, talking about your setup, or needing some help with your setup. But if you subscribe as a super member, you have again 1 hour per month free with me. So this is just a thank you. And also, if you want to get notification when I go live, totally random like this, make sure that you ring the bell when you subscribe to the channel. If you did not ring the bell, it's never too late to ring it. Just make sure that you set that on, and that way you're gonna get notification when I'm doing those totally random stuff. So enough of seeing me. Let's switch to this view here, which you need to tell me if it looks bad, because this is a stretch 720, not 720. This is stretch 1080p that I stretch up to 4K to broadcast that into 4K to you guys. So first, what we need to do is to make sure that my console is initialized. And oh, I don't know. Are you guys willing to wait a little bit? I think I can try to upload the new firmware with maybe leaking some stuff for firmware 13.9. If you guys don't mind waiting for a minute or two, I can try to see if I can get that on. Actually, I can spin you around. You guys can see the studio, right? So let me unlock the camera. Totally unplanned, totally random. Follow me along. Oops. Follow me along. No, it doesn't want to turn. Okay, give me a sec. You guys will see what I'm doing. I'm literally going to try to upload the new firmware. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's see what's happening here. Can I do this? I cannot read your comment, by the way, right now. Give me a second. Hold on. Uh-oh. Unsupported stuff from YouTube. Okay, hold on. I'll deal with that later. Do I have Teams? I need to go online. This is what happened when you try to leak stuff, right? I don't want to show too much, but okay, there is a version available. I'm just going to check that here. I don't see it. Hold on. Hold on, guys, I'm almost there. I try to see if I have access to these file or not. Okay, hold on. I don't want to leak too much. Hold on. I'll be back. I just need to do my stuff without you guys seeing it, right? Stick around. Still searching for it. Okay, I got it. Almost there. Okay, sorry, back at it. Man, it took me a long time to get that firmware. I was just lost in the file because I don't usually hold on, where did I put you guys? I don't usually spend a lot of time on the team's website to get some new stuff, so let's do a firmware upgrade. Let's see if that thing fail or not. I have a firmware 13.8.16. Is it the last one? Or did I miss up? Hold on. Did I have the right one? I think I loaded the wrong one. 13.9 that we want. Okay, there you go. Okay, for real though. It's real now. On this key is a new firmware. Let's see what's going on when I put that in. Do I have? Yes, I do. Let's do an update. See what's going on. Let's go. I'm just having a good time here, okay? Those of you who don't like to watch me discovering some new stuff, sorry. This is going to be totally random, new live stream, and I hope it's stable enough because I'm leaving with the console for 2 show. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. It's taking a long time, so there's probably a lot of stuff happening, right? Come on, what's going on here? Come on. Do we want to update? Yes. Update complete. Let's do a shutdown, confirm. Let's reboot. Da 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 da. Slowly doing his thing. Ooh. Okay. So apparently there's some new stuff that is Dante. So let me see if I go into setup and I have my internal module, which is Dante. Do we have anything new that I can show you guys? I don't think we have anything new, honestly. The audio setup, that's pretty much all the same. That seems to be all the same. That seems to be all the same. Okay, and my network stuff is there. That doesn't change. Firmware, that's good. I don't see much in change here. It's pretty much all the same, right? Well, do I have a new menu somewhere? Meter, routing. If I go into routing, that menu is full like it used to. If we go here, maybe there's a spot left for something here eventually. But other than that, nothing changed. Okay, I just don't know how that Dante thing is gonna be able to talk to, or maybe I have the wrong module. Maybe I have the Broken 2 card, which is not compatible with my console, or the firmware do not see it, like in the remote stuff. I don't know. Maybe I bought the wrong Dante card, because I bought the Broken 2 card, not the Broken 3. Maybe they add some stuff on there. I don't see anything, honestly. Library, setup, utility, the utility button that I almost never press. I don't know, man. Anything new in the library? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. So I guess nothing new. Or really slightly new. I don't know. Can I work with Dante preamp now? What's going on here? Oh, oscillator. Okay. If I change that just for fun, for a Dante module, can I do anything with this? No, there is no gain to be played with. There is nothing. It's not like a local preamp. If I were to use a local preamp, just for fun, like this one, I would have gain setting here. I cannot control, or cannot seem to control, gain, or maybe it's because I don't have any other device. Hey, what's up, Dallas guys? So, not much going on here. I have internal Dante on this one, because it would show here what kind of module you have. You have your expansion card, which is the module that you have in the back. So on me it says W Live, Wing Live, which is the SD card. Internal is Dante. I have a video where I shown the internal card not being set up, actually being set up, and I also give a link. If you can order it from an address in Canada, you can have card that way. Otherwise, I don't think you can have a card right now. It seems like hold on guys, I just need to make my stuff what? Okay, just needed to get my stuff around so I can watch you guys. There you go. Now I see the chat. I want to be able to connect with a CL5 at work, Cosmo and the cell. Yeah, I think they run out because when I tried to order some card from Cosmo before I did the shout out to them, they only had like 12 card left. So probably some people got their hands on the card pretty quickly as soon as they saw the video. That's my guess. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's my humble guess on that one. That the fact that I linked the video to people, it was enough for almost selling them. Can I see what's going on here? Okay, hold on. YouTube is not happy. YouTube is really not happy with what I sent to him. I don't know why. Are you guys seeing me okay? Let me know. If not, yeah, it's fine. Okay, good. Just gonna go here to live. Yeah, it seems to be fine, right? I just watch it. Okay, let's go. Then, enough of me chatting. Let's dive into the console. That way I can initialize my console. I'm gonna select all because I want to reset everything. I want to build a new show from scratch. So I'm gonna go here, initialize. Console just went black. It's now totally open. So the first thing that we need to do when we set up a wing, for those of you who don't know, is to make sure that you have the right sources. I'm gonna start with a AES50 line. This is what I do. Hold on. Try to get my writer out so I can have my patch for the band, and we're gonna start to label stuff out. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but can you guys read my phone? It's probably too small, right? We got we'll build the patch together and you'll know what's happening here. We got a kick out. I'm gonna start naming some stuff. Kick out, which will be a beta 52 per request. Got snare. We got a hat. We got a rack tom, which will be called just tom for this example. We got floor 1, we got floor 2. 7 and 8 are overhead. And I'm gonna click close on that and go stereo input, because I made that stereo input. Input 9 will be bass DI. Do we have more than one bass? No, it's only one bass. So let's go here. We have a KS1 for acoustic 1. After that, I got guitar 1, which will be stereo. In 13, what do we have? We have lead, singer, acoustic. After that, in 14, and 15. Damn it. People and musicians that don't understand the principle of having stereo guitar as odd and even number are musician. Okay, so let's rename that. I'm gonna do a change in the patch. It's gonna be guitar 2, and then we're gonna have lead AKS. Okay, back on track. 16. We'll start to have vocal, VX, guitar. 1. After that we got vocal. Oh, come on. Vocal lead. And then we have vocal guitar 2. Up to 19. Vocal drum, because my friend Pod will be on drum. And he's a really good drummer and a good singer, so I want him to sing for sure. He's going to double that into a hotshot so we can have a talkback for him. We have also in 20 my friend Louis Denny. We all call him Denny. Vocal. So that's good. After that, we'll start having like a lot of tracks. 21 will be our click track, which is a weird spot to put a click track. After that, we get cues for all the backing cues, and then we start with stereo pair. So that's going to be a stereo pair, that's going to be a stereo pair, all the way until we reach 31. So the first stereo pair that will be named Perks. SQ for sequence. Perk. Next will be SQ. Oh, come on. Come on. I just want to do a spacebar. SQ guitar. So even with 3 guitar player, I would need some backing track guitar. 27 will be SQ keys. And 29 and 30 will be SQ back vocal. After that, I don't need them in front of house, but I need them for in-ear monitor. I will have a talkback guitar 2 and a talkback drum. Good. That's all my 32 input that I need for that show. Let's set that up into channel. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go channel. I'm going to go AS50A. +1 unlocking. We're going to have a kick, snare, hat, tom, floor, overheads, bass, acoustic, 1, guitar, lead guitar, more guitar, and we start with vocal. Lead vocal all the way until we reach the cues, backing track. Oh, really? I'm gonna go up to 25 for that. That's bad. And talkback drum in 25. Okay. So that's it. Now everything is labeled on the console. If you go in that menu here, we can see my overall of channels, and we're going to start to build some stuff. There is some weirdo mute there that don't need to be mute. We're going to start playing around with these channels. So let's do some prep for our kick. I know it's going to be a beta. I know I'm gonna need roughly 21 of gain. Roughly, it's not all the way. It's not always perfect that way, but I know ballpark because I've done so many times those player with those mic. I know roughly ballpark what it's gonna end up with. So kick probably 2-to-1 ratio expander on that. Attack fast. That's good. EQ, wing EQ. I don't use the other one. And compressor. Do I go 160? I think I'm gonna go 160 on that. No insert, no nothing else. All that into the PA. I'm gonna start to play with those things. I don't know if it makes a difference, but the other day it did. I start changing the width of everything that is mono to width of 0. I don't know why it seems to do like a difference when, or at least the other day when I was in the PA, it did a difference. So we'll see what's happening with that. Let's go now to a snare. Let's build some basic for a snare. We're gonna have our preamp. That's good. We're gonna have some gain. It's requesting a 57, so again, like plus 18 of gain, depending on how low the drummer is that day. We'll probably do. I will do a really short expander, just a little bit. And I think I want to try the no stressor this time. I'm usually running a 160, but I want to try the no stressor on the snare for that show. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's give it a try. Okay, that's good. That's good. Wing EQ. I can probably do a low cut on that. And where are the filters again? In the EQ, but there's another way we can get it. And I want to know it, so just for fun, if I go filters, okay, there you go. This is where you set your filter if you just want to play around with filters. So that's good. Now hat, low cut around 5 to 600. I don't really need anything of the low end of the hat. I don't want it to sound fat. Nothing in the gate section, maybe some de-essing, maybe. I'm gonna start at a range of 0, turn that on. Did I turn on the other comp and everything? Yes. So yeah, just rolling off. I would need to listen to it and find some probably like mid-range frequency here that's gonna sound really like in the hat that I'm gonna get rid of, but for now I cannot do that without hearing it. Compressor, probably not on the hat, so we'll leave it just the way it is. Low cut on the tom, roughly around 120. What's the request of the writer for the tom? It's a 604. So I'm gonna go with the 604, usually like 12, 13, sometimes even 14 on the 604. We're gonna use a gate on that. I'm gonna go with the regular, well, I'm gonna use an expander, not a gate. I'm a more fan of an expander. I want it to open really fast, like 4 or 5 millisecond, hold for 10. I can adjust probably that more to like 50 millisecond, closing down in 200. EQ on, compression. What do we use compressor wise on the tom? What could be a gentle compressor to use? I've never used the API stuff. Maybe I can try that. Yeah, let's do this. Let's try the API stuff on the tom. Now if I want to do something really quick, I can go to ohm, I can go to setting, tools, my bad, tools, go copy from, and we're gonna go here. I don't want to change, I don't want everything to follow here. The tag, custom, the config, nope. But I want my input to follow my gate, my EQ, and my compressor. So I can just go here, select the source, which will be tom 1, select that to floor, go copy, confirm, copy, confirm, and my 2 floor are now really close to what I want them to be. So all the gain did follow. Okay, so I'm gonna change that. This, and we're gonna use Beta 52 on the floors. So this, and what else there is? That's gonna be dropped lower for floor 2, probably floor 2 like around 48. I don't want to cut it all the way up, but I don't want it to let it go all the way. The other one will be around 60 on the low cut, There will probably be a mid scoop, or I will take off some eyes because on the 52 sometimes it's too clacky. You just hear too much stick going on with the floor. I'm gonna leave that to the preset here. We'll see what happened with that. Okay, overhead. That's an easy one. Not a lot of gain. +6. I do not have phantom power control, so I would need to set up phantom power eventually on that one. Do I have it here? Oh, I can set it up. Just hold it down for a second. It's gonna pop up. Everything else is just regular passive input, so that's good. Oh, was it there? Was it there and I didn't see it? Probably. Actually, I would like to try my keyboard on the console with a mouse and see if I can type in. I don't know if it's working, but I can definitely try that eventually. If you give me a minute. Once we're done here, if you can remind me to have a keyboard on the console and see if I can, I don't know, do something with it, type something with it. Could be fun. I don't see any reason why I would not do it, because it can read a mouse. So it probably can read a keyboard. So overhead, this overhead, probably around 250, which is usually the frequency of the snare. This is what I usually do. That's got to be it. Sometimes what I do is I use a compressor on the overhead, and I use the snare as the source, so that way when you hit really hard on the snare, the overheads are clamping down a little bit, so it will reduce the amount of bleed in the snare. Something like a 30, yeah, like that, and release over like 250 millisecond. I'm gonna leave the threshold to 0 for now, because I don't want that to be active by default. Well, the compressor will be active, but I just want to, you know, get that. And I could probably try an X over and go like a band. How did you set a frequency for the X over? Something like this, and I can set it up to like 260, which is the frequency of the snare. Roughly 240, 200 is the frequency where the snare hit the most. So I'm gonna see if I can do something with that and make sure that only when my snare is being hit really hard, that's gonna clamp on that. Okay, that's good. Let's go bass guitar. Let's have some fun. Gain around +18. I think I'm gonna use the dynamic EQ just for fun. It's gonna be there but not turned on, or not doing anything by default. I'm gonna have a EQ on it, and I'm gonna have a compressor on it, and I'm gonna have a low cut, not to 100, but something closer to like 60. I can go 80. 87 is a magic number when it comes to guitar instrument, because it's 87 is a D note, if I'm right, and that's usually where you want to start to cut on lower frequency. When they, like, you don't want anything below that, because the instrument do not naturally give out more than that, and we do not cut all the way. This is a couple dB per octave. This isn't like full on. Do we have option for filter in the wing? I don't remember if that was added or not, but you can maybe control the slope. Sometimes on some other console, you can control the slope of how many dB per octave that you're cutting on your low cut. I know on Yamaha it used to be 6, 12, or 18 dB per cut. On the wing is just a singular low cut with a fixed frequency. Usually it's 12 dB. That looks roughly like 12 dB. 18 will be more a steeper curve, and a 6 will be like less aggressive curve. in the lows. So let's start with that. And wing compressor is good, but I think I want to go 1176. It's been my favorite tool for bass for year. Ratio to 4:1, attack to 3, release to 5. That's about it for bass. Acoustic guitar, kind of the same thing, maybe just a little bit of expander. After that, a little bit of EQ for sure, low cut, compression. I think I like the 1170, not the 1176, the LA2A on guitars, acoustic guitar. It seemed like a good starting point. So I'm gonna do this as a starting point. 87 again when we want to keep that low end for guitar. And yeah, let's copy paste that into my other one. I'm gonna go here, tool. That's my first acoustics. We want to copy that to my lead guitar, acoustic, copy, confirm. That all follow, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, electric guitar 1. What do we do on electric guitar? Low cut. That's about it. No, okay, seriously. Let's try something. Let's try to have fun here. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put the EQ first on my guitar. And once I low cut my guitar around 87 again, which is a frequency that makes sense with string instrument, I want to add to this a dynamic EQ, which will be triggered by the lead vocal. Where is my lead vocal? Lead vocal. 3 dB, around 1K with a Q of 1. I'm going to set the threshold to 0 for now, but the goal with this is to, I can probably widen that a little bit to like 0.5. The goal here is when the singer is going to produce volume, the spectrum of the guitar and the electric, the voice and the electric guitar are roughly in the same range. So what I want to do is clean out the mid-range of the guitar when the singer is singing. But when the lead singer is not singing, I don't want my guitar to be scooped out. So it's gonna come back, raise back up again, and it's gonna clean up the vocal when he's gonna clean up the guitar when it's singing, and it's gonna bring up the guitar for like leads and stuff like that, because usually the singer never sing over leads. So this will be the setup that I'm gonna use for my guitar. That's gonna be a full stereo input. As you can see right here, it's gonna be 11 and 12. So I can come back here and copy paste that from this to this. So both arms of my guitar are now the same. I do not really like to compress guitar because it's already compressed a lot. So that's gonna be it for now. Let's move on to vocal. Let me check my patch list and see what's going on with vocal. Everybody requested SM58, so SM58 it is for everybody, and I will do just the same chain for everybody. So low cut around 120, 140. Okay, let's start with the back vocal first. Back vocal, I usually cut them around 160 because I don't want them to take up too much space. We're gonna have a expander on that, so when they don't sing, the volume will be cut down, minus 34, 60 dB. That seems about right. Compressor, what do I use for compression? I never really know. I always end up using a 1176 in the X32. It used to work fine. I don't know if I want to do this or if I want to go with something more easier on vocal. Let's try. What should I try? Give me some idea, guys. What should I try? What do you use on your vocal for compression? I always tend to use like the same thing. It's either a 1176 or a no stressor. But I think I want to get out of the beating path here. Should I try the red compressor? Should I try the Neve? Is the Neve good on vocal? It's not a bad compressor. I mean, is it just good to use on anything? I don't know how it really reacts. So give me your opinion, guys. Let me see what's going on here. Let's go back to this top view of the console. Let's just for fun. I want to try the Neve with a red compressor. Okay, I'm going to try to press both at the same time. And whatever is going to come up will be what I use. And I close my eyes and I just go like, boop. Okay, it's the red. Let's try the red. Gain at 0. 3 to 1. Attack. That's a little small. Threshold minus 18. Or minus 21. Minus 21. Release like this. Okay. Let's copy paste that on all my back vocal. Actually, wait. SM58 means 280 down by like 3 dB and around 2.5K. 2.8, let's 2.7 just for fun. Like this. Usually this is a good starting point. Let's go even with 6 dB in the low mid. That way you're just cleaning up your vocal. They sound really nice and bright. Really natural, but a little on the thin side, but just really what I want to have on back vocal. I don't want them to be too fat. Even if they sing in the lower range, I want to leave the lower range out for other stuff. So that's gonna be my starting point. Sometimes I like to play around and add auto-tune on one of these rack here, but that's not gonna happen today. I don't think it's worth it for the style that we are gonna have, so I'm just gonna copy paste that to all my vocals. So tool, go here, copy, confirm, here, copy, confirm, here, copy, confirm. All we need to do now is work on our lead vocal, and I'm gonna start with what we already did. EQ wise, I like to open up a little more, around 120 for a 58 for a lead vocal. That way if you ever sing lower, I'm gonna get the full fat of it, and I want that proximity effect to really kick in with lead vocal. Red compressor, I don't know. I think I want to go no stressor or 1176. Let's go with the classic on lead vocal 1176. Start with attack at 3, release at 5, 4 to 1 ratio. And if I have enough bus, which I probably do because I'm running on a wing, I'm gonna put all my vocals together into a vocal subgroup. It will be a stereo subgroup, so I can play around with the pan, but I want my vocal when they all sing together to be as loud as when just the singer is singing together, so that way it's just smash and blend everything. So I'm gonna try that. Let's keep going on the input. We're gonna clear that and we'll be good to go. Okay, click track. I don't want to do anything other than take it off of the main out. Cues, same thing. All the backing tracks, I was told, were not mastered all the way together. They were not mastered together, so they can have difference in volume from track to track. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to set up a bus compressor going around minus 18, and when I'm gonna gain up the backing track, I'm gonna make sure that they hit minus 18, so they compress a little bit. Maybe they will sound a little too compressed, but I'd rather have them too compressed than too loud. So that's gonna be the starting point. Attack 10 millisecond, that's a lot. I think I'm gonna start with 3 on that, because sometimes on studio tracks you can have really tight transient coming in and just like peeking out some stuff. So that's gonna be my starting point. I cannot copy. Can I copy? Yeah, I can copy a compressor. So I'm gonna go compressor, copy, paste, confirm, copy, paste, confirm, copy, paste, confirm. So just a little compressor just to get them all tied together. That's going to be my talkback. I'm going to copy that from a back vocal again. So I'm going to go here from my drum vocal to this talkback, copy, paste, and my last input, copy and paste it. So the only thing is I want to take my guitar 2 talkback and my drum talkback and not putting them in the PA. You don't want to have your talkback for sure in the PA because this is where the guys say stupid stuff. So, okay. I'm getting a little tired here. It's like 11. I need to go to bed. Let's go again and check the width of our input. Snare, I don't want any width on that. Hi-hat, I do want to have that pan a little bit. So, well, I think for all my mono sources, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go here and having fun with that. Floor tom, I'm going to pan that a little bit after, but I want to make sure that my width is to 0. Bass, actually bass, I'm going to keep that open, and I'm going to try something else later. That's going to be acoustic guitar. That's going to be my stereo guitar for sure. Stereo, full spectrum. Vocal, no width, just maybe some panning. Click, I'm gonna keep that to 0, and Q, gonna keep that to 0. Lead vocal, all that. Okay, so click, and all my track, I want them to be stereo, fully stereo. Okay, let's start with what I want to pan. And I didn't change the screen for you guys, so you have to watch my boring face when I'm doing some stuff. Okay, so the kick is not to 0. Basically, I changed my width of pretty much all my channel to be dead center on. I want all my width to be center on, and I'm going to pan them. So the first thing that I want to pan is my hat, and I want to pan it crowd perspective. Usually 20 will be enough. And I'm going to start with the thumb going the same direction. 20 is usually enough. Floor tom, the first one I pan just to 10, and the other one going 20. And having fun. Overheads, I'm gonna leave that center and stereo. Bass, I'm gonna leave that to oh yeah, I want to do my tricks on bass here. Acoustic guitar, depending on the side that it will be on stage, will be pan. That's going to be stereo. That's going to be 100% lead acoustic guitar in the center. Guitar vocal, I think I have a position of the guys. So okay, the first guitar will be on stage right. So let's go pan that to the left about. Oh, he's doing. I just remembered this guy's doing a lot of back vocal, so I'm gonna put it to 10, just so it's like showing you where he is on stage. Lead vocal center, second guitar. I'm gonna go to 10. Oh, let's go 20. My drummer, I'm gonna keep center because all the bleeding around the drum, I don't want that to be. I don't want that to be panned because it will give a false impression of center with that. But my bass player, even if he's going to be on stage right, on stage left, I want him to be right. So when we're all doing gang vocals together, when they all doing like all the voices, it's going to sound a little more stereo-ish. Everything else is going to be center or fully stereo, so I don't care about that. Talkback could be panned to 0. Drum talkback could be panned to 0. Okay, now the fun part. Let's try to build some stereo mixes for the band. It's gonna be a long time. I'm gonna do them one by one, but I want to place. What's up, Kansas City? What's up, Will? I'm gonna try to place them so everybody in the band is already panned the right way for stuff that's gonna open up in their in their ear. I already know that, I don't know if you guys can see this, it's probably too bright or too small. I would need to put my face in front of it. It's too bright. Okay, basically let me explain you the stage plot. We got the drummer on stage right, we got the bass player on stage left, we got a second guitar that is stage right but a little more towards center, second guitar stage left, a little more towards center, and the lead singer is dead center as usual. So what I want to do is I want to put myself into the perspective of the musician, and I'm gonna start, how do I build my mix? Do I go drum, bass, guitar, guitar, and lead vocal? That would make sense, right? So I'm gonna start to build some bus. I'm gonna start by naming some bus. So let's go here, and I'm gonna start to name this bus here. It's gonna be drums. Bus 2 will be bass. Bus 3 will be guitar 1. Guitar 2 and lead vocal. Those are all going to be stereo buses and all in-ear monitors. Okay, now let's start with my drum bus. I want to make sure that it's a tap point bus, and I'm going to start with my kick. I want to try the pan for each channel before changing out bus. So this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think about my perspective for the drummer, and I'm gonna start with some stuff that I'm gonna keep, even if they are move a little bit, I'm gonna keep them center. Like the kick is always center. The snare could be a little on the left side or right side of the drummer depending on where he puts it, but it doesn't make sonic sense if you put your snare anywhere else than dead center in your ear. But something that is not dead center is a hat. So what I want to do is I want to put the hat on the left here of the drummer, and probably like 30-35 is a good starting point. I want to do the same thing for the thumb, but I probably want to leave it at -10, so it will be on the left, but 10. First floor 10, and go 20 on the right one. Overhead is going to be full on wide, open. Okay, now where things start to get pan a little bit is I'm just want to place musician for him on stage. So for him, for the drummer, the bass will be a little to the left, the acoustic guitar one will be a little to the right, and I can go like, yeah, that makes sense. A little bit on the right too for guitar 1. Guitar 2 will be on the left but further up front, but I'm going to put it to -15. Lead acoustic will be dead center in front of him. I'm going to leave that there. Hold on, did I make that wrong? No, guitar 1 is on the right. So vocal 1 will be 15 on the right too. Lead vocal will be center, guitar 1 will be there. Okay. Drum vocal and the drummer will be center, and bass will be to the left 15. It's not a lot, but as a starting point, that's gonna be perfect. After that, I'm gonna let my drummer deal his own mix. Okay, click cues, all that stuff that's gonna be center. I don't need to do this. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build my drummer a bus. Hold on. No. We're not having any technical difficulty here at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my drummer a rough mix. The first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that the bus that I send is set to 0. And I'm going to start to send out some stuff. I usually start with the drums at 0. As a starting point. Maybe some stuff's going to be too loud, but it's easier to hear it a little too loud and bring it down than try to do a sound check with somebody and not hearing anything at all. So, bass, acoustic guitar to around like -10. Other people vocal around -10. His vocal 0 dB out. The cue and click will go -10. And the other stuff will be zeroed out. I'm gonna put the talkback to 0 dB for both of them because I want to make sure that my drummer, which is running the backtrack, is hearing the talkback of everybody else really loud in his ear. You know, it's just making sense. So if anybody called in the talkback, they go like, okay, go, or stop the playback or whatever. That's going to be it for my drummer mix. So now let's move on to my bass player. We're going to select bass and we're going to do the same thing that we did, but this time we're going to pan out stuff for the bass player. Everybody is going to take the kick center, so I guess I can stop doing this. Snare is going to be also center. Hat for the bass player is going to be drummer's perspective, or sometimes I like to go the other way around. I like to have the hat on the right, but I start drummer's perspective if not advise any differently. So hat on the left, thumb a little 20 degrees like that, with minus 20. The first floor will be on the right, second floor will be a little more on the right. Overhead stereo for everybody, bass dead center. Acoustic one will be on the right, 15. Electric one will be on the right, 15. Guitar 2 is debatably in front of him, but I'm gonna put him just a little bit on the right. Lead will be, I'm gonna cheat it a little bit. I'm gonna go 5 on the right. This one will be 15. Lead vocal will be 5 on the right. Just for a touch of like not having everything fully dead center. That's gonna be like that. And drummer's vocal will be on the right for him, so I will put it like to 20. And bass vocal will be, of course, dead center for him. Click cues, whatever, I'm gonna leave that as is. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, I keep hitting the wrong knob. Select my bass player and mix, send on fader. I'm gonna unmute everything. Oh, did I do a mix for my drummer? No, I didn't. I was on the main out because I'm tired and I do some weirdo stuff when I'm tired. Something like this, something like this, something like this. Okay, let's do my drum mix again. So, send on fader, everything to 0. A little less layer, bass, a little less other instrument. Vocal, his vocal really loud. Click cues, and the backtrack not as loud. Talk back loud to 0 dB. Now let's do the bass player. Talk back loud, unmute that, unmute everything. Talk back. The backing track not that loud. Click and cues kind of loud. His vocal really loud. Other vocal not that loud. Let's go with the drum. Usually bass player like to have kick and snare. I'm gonna start at -5 just so he has some. A little bit of hat, toms, a little bit of overhead, bass really loud. The guitar a little under 20, -20 is usually a good starting point for bass player. They don't want to get drowned into guitar. They just want to hear them and make sure that they all play the same thing, but they want to keep it, you know, around that level. That's a starting point. This is not total truth, by the way. It's just a starting point. But if I got this going, at least when I'm starting a sound check with musician, they can just like go like, okay, everything's working. Or at least they hear something well enough that they can play. And we can start, you know, get the ball rolling and make sure that the sound check is going to happen in a decently timed, in a decent period of time. Like you don't have to do like one input, everybody raise their hand, give it to everybody, like, and after they go around like, I don't know if I want this, I don't know if I want that. You can just like, and that's it. So let's do or panning for guitar number 3. Let's go here, get out and send on fader. Let's go to the hat. This is gonna be your starting point. And the hat will be for guitar 1 on the right. And I like to pat it hard. Tom, minus 20. 10. 20. Stereo. Acoustic guitar 1 is going to be center for my guitar 1 player. Wrong button again. Guitar 1 will be dead center. Guitar 1 electric will be dead center too. And guitar 2 will be pan a little hard or a little harder to the left because he will be straight across the stage. I'm going to do the same thing a little bit on the left for him because he will be at stage right. I'm going to put the lead vocal just not in the center. His vocal will be center. The lead vocal will be just a little bit off. Guitar 2 vocal will be off by a lot, like 25. Drum vocal will be a little bit off, like 10. And bass vocal will be a little bit off by like 10. I know it's not going to be fully centered, but it's the same way as if you were on stage without any in-ear monitor on. Everything else will be the way it is right now, so or we'll leave just that center and we'll see what's going on with that. So let's build a mix for my guitar 1. I'm going to select that and go send on fader. And I keep hitting the wrong button, but you guys are used to it, right? I'm going to make sure that everything is on mute here. Everything's on mute. Everything's on mute. So let's go for guitar 1. I want to make sure that my bus is set up to 0. And I want to select that. And I want to go a little bit of drum, kick and snare. A little bit of hat, a little bit of tom. Just so they can hear it. Usually they like to have some bass. His guitar really loud. Other guitar, sometimes they don't even take it. But I'm going to put just a little bit. Lead guitar, lead acoustic is going to be up a little bit. Guitar 1 vocal will be up a lot. Other vocal down, down. And click cues will be set to minus 10. And the other backing track will be there. I'm going to make sure that my talkback again are really high. And that's it. We're almost done, guys. We only got 2 mix left. Let's go out of send on fader. Raise guitar 2 and let's go guitar 2. Let's start with the hat again. Guitar 2. The hat we're gonna go 30. Tom minus 20. 10. 20. Overhead bass. Guitar will be on the right. Far right. Guitar 2 will be center. Lead guitar, oops, my bad. Lead singer will be on the right just a little bit. That will be far off. Lead vocal will be a little bit off. His vocal will be center. Drum will be a little bit off to the right. Bass player will be actually behind him, so I'm gonna put it 10 on the other side just for fun. So it's gonna be really stereo. Hey, come on, 10. I want 10. Give me 10. There we go. Okay, everything else is mono or fully stereo, so we're not gonna start doing this. And again, I forget to switch, so this is basically what I did. This, and everything else is stereo. Let's go select, send on fader, unmute, all that stuff. I keep forgetting my camera switch. Unmute, all that stuff. Unmute, all mute. Unmute, 25, unmute. Okay, guitar 2. Kick and snare, a little bit of hat. We know the drill. We know the drill. A little bit of bass. Guitar 2 really loud. Guitar 1 and other guitar not that loud. Guitar 1 vocal. Guitar 2 vocal really loud. Drum. Others minus 10. That's a good starting point. Click. Backing track. Could be a little higher. talkback. Guitar 2 talkback needs to be loud in Guitar 2. And drums, so they can all talk to each other. One more, which is the lead vocal. Let's do this. We're almost there. We're gonna start by unmuting this one. And can we see this when I select an input? When I do this, does it turn on when I go send on fader on lead? No, you cannot see it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go with the singer hat. It's gonna be the same thing we did for the others. Tom, floor, overhead, bass. Acoustic one will be to the right for the singer, lead singer. I think I'm gonna go extreme on this mix. Right, left. His guitar center, guitar 1 hard. I want to give him some space, you know, like this. Lead vocal is going to be center, guitar 2 will be 25 hard. Drum vocal will leave that center, bass will be a little bit on the left. Click and cues, that's gonna be all center. Now let's go send on fader mode. And can you guys see this if I'm raising out the fader? No, there's nothing for you guys to see here. Let's go. Let's go with this view. So for my lead vocal, a little bit of drum, like the -10, no overhead, a little bit of bass, guitar roughly to 10. This is a starting point. His acoustic guitar, really loud. Other vocal, not really loud, like to -10. Click and cues a little louder, click not that much, and all the backing track a little lower than the other guys. Talkback is going to be a no for him, because usually singers, when they're doing their business, they don't want to get disturbed by talkback or people calling out stuff in their mix. So not a good idea to have all the talkbacks into the lead singer if not requested. Sometimes they like to have it, they just do. So make sure that my bus is up, and we're gonna start to play around with effect. Let's go in the effect rack. And there's not much going on that gig. I think I'm gonna stick to like 4 effect, and on the X32. On the wing, you only have reverb and stuff like that in the first 4. So I cannot like set up a reverb here. It would not allow me to pick up a reverb. You only have these 2 layer of effect that you can put on the right side. So I think I want to start with 4 effect. Let's start with a drum room, just for fun. After that, we're gonna have a I don't know, what should I use? Something really small, like let's go for a room for my acoustic guitar and other stuff like that. The VSS3, yeah, VSS3 will be a beast for sure for vocal or back vocal. And on the lead, what I like to use is the verb and delay. So I'm gonna make sure that I can have those effects in my buses. I'm gonna insert them into bus 13 and up. So it's gonna be on the second insert point. This one, turn that on. Oh no, I don't want this one. I want, oh, did I? Okay, let's go to VSS3 for the drum. Let's go this one for the acoustic guitar, this one for my back vocal, another VSS3, and I like to have my dual effects, delay and reverb for vocal. It's with the tab. Oh, you guys cannot see the tab, but with the tab that I'm gonna set up as a custom control this is a awesome effect for vocal. It gives space if you don't abuse it. It gives, you know, depth. So I'm gonna name my bus before I forget what they are. So it's gonna be drum verb. I want to do this in 2 passes. Drum VRB. Yes. Next is gonna be guitar VRB. I wanted the space there. VRB. Next will be back vocal VRB, and delay verb for my bus 16. Okay, by default, you guys probably know this, everything is muted. So I'm gonna select my bus, which is my bus 13 right now. I'm gonna go sound fader, and I want to go where my drum is. This is my drum in front of me. I want to unmute the drum in that bus send. And actually, I want to make sure before I go that is going to be a post fader bus. So post fader bus. Well, actually, all these bus needs to be post fader. You want to come here in the second menu and change your bus type from tap point to be bus, and your tap point to be bus. To be post fader, should I say. But you want to change the bus status on that, because when you set up an effect as a post fader, when you're writing the fader, it will affect the amount that you're sending out into the reverb. Meaning, if you want your snare to be louder, the same amount of dB applied to the extra fader treble that you're doing will be applied to the send of that reverb. Meaning, if you got a snare, it's not going to get drier when you put it up. The amount of reverb that you decided to apply is going to follow. I don't know if that's clear, but I'm pretty sure you guys follow along with that. Or you guys, usually the people that watch the random live stream are really well trained or aware sound engineers, so you guys know all that stuff. Before I move on, I forget something. I want to make sure that my bus are sending out into my main 1, which will be the main that I will be using for do my mix. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna raise my fader to 0. I like to have my fader starting point at 0, and we're gonna go back to my drum verb where I was before. Now let's go here. This is my drum in front of me. I don't usually send out verb into my kick, so I'm gonna start with a snare around -20, hat maybe a little bit, tom -20, floor around -20, and sometimes just a little bit of overhead in the reverb. I don't want too much, you know, tail cymbals going, because it's already sometimes going really loud into the vocal reverb from the lead vocal, because cymbal on stage are really loud and they usually leak. So you know what, because I know I will be in a festival where the drummer will play loud, I'm gonna just go like no cymbal at all in the reverb synth. Just gotta be the snare, tom, and the 2 floor toms, because I want to make them sound really fat. That's going to be hit. My verb for guitar, which is my bus 14, will be for my acoustic and my lead. I'm going to start -20. Any other guitar that I want to put in there, or other effect that I want to put in there, not really. My lead guitar or my electric guitar, I will let them deal the amount of reverb that they want to have. Usually they have all that on their pedal board. So let's go now to vocal. I want all my back vocal, not my lead singer, I want all my back vocal to be sent into the reverb. And okay, I'm going to do something special on that one. All my back vocal are there. They are sent into the reverb, and I want my lead vocal to be sent into my verb and delay. This is what I just selected, my bus 16, sending out my main vocal into that bus. So now, the fun part that I said, for my back vocal, I discovered that not that long ago, that it's really fun to have a effect, and I think I can use one of these, like chorus, into a bunch of vocal together. So where do we have chorus on the console. I know there is. Combinator, Enhancer, Exciter, Psycho Bass, Octaver, Monster Bass, Velvet, Vocal Doubler could be an option to send everything into a doubler. Pitch Fix, no. Tremolo Panner, come on, is it any other effect? Rack, do I have to use like one of these to get chorus? Oh damn, I do. Okay. Let's start with the dimensional chorus. I don't remember the preset, how they work on this thing, because I've never worked with the real unit. But let's see how I can deal with that in sending out the vocal into the chorus and then sending that into a reverb. Usually it sounds really good and huge, so that's going to be my starting point. And again, speaking of chorus, I would like to have another instances of chorus, and I'm going to build that right now. I think I'm going to use the dimensional chorus or this one. And where I like to use it is going to be really weird for you, but I want to use it on bass. With a slight amount of chorus on bass, you can get some really wide bass if you don't abuse it. But I think I'm going to start with the dimensional chorus. Yeah. Let's start with that. And do I have a wet dry knob on this one? No, I don't. Do I have it if I assign it here? No, I don't. Okay. So usually I like to have a small amount of chorus on that, on bass, and it usually sound really good just to wind things up. You know, it doesn't sound like you have chorus going on. It just sounds like, you know, the bass is going to sound really big and wide. Like if you were sitting in front of a cab, you know, having multiple speaker of a big fridge, you know, SVT, those 810, because all the speakers do not sound exactly the same. They are, you know, kind of the same thing, but not exactly. They have like a stereo feel a little bit. You feel it's a mono source, but you don't feel it's like flat dead center. So that's my approach to fake a bass cabinet or a stereo feel of a bass cabinet into a mix. I did not invent that. It's all coming from Chris Lord-Alge's plugin. So yeah, I always had a compression to the input of the vocal Vox Verb bus, keeping things from getting muddy when there's a lot going on. Absolutely true. Actually, I'm gonna do this right now because I've done that in the past. Really good idea. I'm gonna have a little compressor here. I think wing compressor. Oh, let's go with the Neve. Let's try the Neve just for fun. Let's go with the auto-comp threshold around -18. That's gonna be probably I. Let's go -21. Gain 0, 3 to 1. I can probably bump that to 4 to 1. And limiter, I can probably limit that to like -9. I don't want my stuff to get too wet. So, do I need to turn on anything for the limiter to be in? I need to turn the limiter to be in. Attack fast. That's good. That's a good starting point. So, my back vocal is going to be compressed, chorused, and reverbed, and be sent out to the PA. Now that I got that, I can probably do, I'm not going to do the same thing for my lead vocal because I will do something else for my lead vocal. Usually I run 2 compressor on my lead and I have options here. I either want to take my lead vocal and send it into a bus with everybody else, or use 2 instances of compressor on the signal chain because we have a wing, because we have a lot of option, especially with the channel strip. Let's go just for fun into the channel strip effect here. If I go in the last effect, channel strip, if you take like those channel, like I could use probably the bus mastering if I want my vocal to be really tight. Let's go see what's in there just for fun. Tape distortion, no, I would keep that off. EQ, enhancer, limiter, no, I don't like that. I want something maybe more like the Neve, where you have some distortion, EQ, compression. No, not really. Vintage channel, what do we have? 1176 EQ Pultec and a leveler. Yeah, that could do the same thing roughly. Soul channel, we got the gate, we got the dynamic EQ, or that. Well, no, it's a compressor. No, even channel, we got the gate. Don't really need EQ. Not really happy with that. Okay. What else do we have? If I wanted to really smash out my vocal, I could use a limiter if I really want to like keep it under control, but I like my vocal to be more open than that. So do I have option? No, I think I'm gonna have to use either a limiter or either a, oh, you know what, let's try the combinator. For those of you who don't know, this is a multi-band compressor, and I can probably play around with some stuff and get rid of some low end. Where's the gain on that? Get rid of some low end. Oh, come on. Where's the... Okay. Probably get some low end off. Where is the frequency range on this one? Where's the frequency range on this one? Is it the width? Is it the Q width? Yes, okay. So I can probably get rid of some stuff there. I can probably get rid of some mids in there, because compression usually, or ear tends to think that this is more mid. So you know what? No, I don't know it enough, the compressor, to use the combiner to use this, but a multi-band compressor on vocal could be a really fun thing to use. I could also have done the same thing on the bus if I ever wanted. It will be a great way to do it, but I think the combinator as a second insert on my channel. Think about it. I have a 1176 here, or oh, you know what? I can probably replace that. Do I have? Yes, I have 1176 here. Okay, hold on. Never mind. Scratch that. No, I don't want you. I want nothing. I want nothing. Okay, 1176. Not going into 1176. I'm gonna go 160, and I'm gonna swap things around. I want a 160 into a 1176, but I can EQ it first. So I can go home, EQ into a 160. That's gonna take, you know, the bulk of it, because it's a really fast compressor, and I can slow it down with a 1176. And I'm not gonna send that, or maybe I can even send that into a vocal bus, so I can have something like really tight, compress to the main out, and have my vocal really sitting, like having my vocal really sitting in your face and not moving, like it's stuck there. Let's see if I can do this. There's also something that I'm thinking of doing. I think I'm gonna build this show this way. I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but I want to try it. Okay, follow along. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come to my main out section, and I'm gonna click here and rename them. I'm gonna build for the first time a show with bus. This one will be instrument. The next one will be for track, because they are really compressed. I want to create them separately. This one will be for all my back, or not BKK, back vocal. And I want to have actually, I want to have all my vocal together, so I'm going to go here. I'm just going to call it all vocal. And is there anything else I want to keep separate? No, that's going to be fine with 3 buses. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 buses and I'm going to send them into Matrix 1. post fader into this one on post fader. Just make sure that I turn that on. Here we go, pre. I don't want that to be pre. I want that to be post fader, post fader, post fader. And I could use I could use the last one for subs, but I don't think I can use that for subs. So okay, I'm gonna change my bus routing or my main out routing a little bit on my instrument. I want to come here. I don't want my actually no, I want my drum to be here. I want all my instrument to be into a single bus for all my instrument. And my lead vocal, I don't want him to be in the main out. I want him to be in the bus. That I'm gonna sacrifice for that. All my other vocal will be here. And I want to have my click and cue nowhere, and I want all my backing track to be here. And my talk back, I don't want them to be anywhere. Okay. Basically what I just did, I created myself using the main out some buses that I'm going to send into a matrix. So it's going to be, my main output will be a matrix out. Matrix 1 will be what I'm going to use as a final step combiner of all my basically buses that I built. Post fader buses, which are pretty much subgroup. So I built myself some subgroup. One for the instrument, one for all the tracks, and one for all my vocal. So that way, in one main out, I have all my instrument, and the second, only my track, and on the other one, my lead vocal. I can, with one fader, raise up all my vocal, bring down my tracks, or bring down my bend. But I can also compress them. If I want my instrument to be compressed a little bit, let's say I want to use a bus compressor on this one. I can use a GE bus just to compress my instruments, my drum, my guitar, my bass. Tracks I'll probably want to keep uncompressed, and on my vocal I probably want to have a 1176 on there. Oh, wrong input. Probably want to have a 1176 on there. That way I can annihilate those vocal into the compressor. I can even do parallel compression if I really want to. And I can do the same thing on my drum. I could like change that to be like a no stressor, crank that living hell out of this thing, and do some parallel compression on my bend. Or I can take another main out and do just my drums. But usually I can get away with just what's on the channel strip. That's more my approach of just getting away with what's on the channel strip. But that can sound really good. That can sound really open, and I can just with one finger lift out all my vocals because I have them on separate fader. Basically, instead of using DCA, I'm using bus, main bus, to compress my stuff. And if I really wanted to, I can also come into my matrices, select matrix 1, and add, just for fun, a limiter. Put gain to 0. It's almost doing nothing. And I can add a G-Bus compressor on top of that with the threshold at 0 dB. I'm applying a lot of processing on that bend that way. What I've learned from my gig on Saturday is that yes, the Brooklyn card is still available. Sorry for the late reply, Will. It should be still available. I probably have an external one for sale really soon. I need to get my hands on that. But I've been, life has been busy like hell, in the last few weeks for me, and I'm struggling to keep up. You know, this is why it's 11 at night, and I'm doing this live stream for two reasons: because I wanted to get some stuff out on YouTube, and also because I just need to work that show. So if I was not filming that, maybe I would go a little bit faster, but I'm having a good time with you guys, and I'm providing out content, and I need to work on that show because I need to leave on Friday with this thing out on the road. So okay, so as soon as I can, I will post out my card. Give me some time. I'm just like way too busy right now. Give me some time. It's gonna come up soon. Okay, let's just for fun call it a day for or say that's it for my main outs. Let's just change out some color on the fader for my channels because I like to have my stuff colored in a certain way. I'm just, you know, used to it. I like to have all my drums in green. This is what I'm gonna do. All my drums in green, and I can label them: kick, snare top. Do we have a hi-hat somewhere? Where's the hi-hat? Hi-hat. Is that a cymbal or hi-hat? That's a hi-hat. My first tom, my floor, overheads, bass guitar, acoustic guitar, first electric, tribute to Dimebag, second electric, lead acoustic would be, let's go with a mandolin logo just for fun, just to make it different. Let's go with this one. It's funny. Vocal, what do we have option for vocal? Little Faces. Lead vocal would be a wireless one, so I think I'm gonna use this one. I like this one. Vocal. Click track, I want to use this. Cues, what do I want to use? Oh no, actually click track should be triangle. Cues should be this one. And all my backtrack I like to run with a computer sign on it because I know it's going to come out from a computer. Talkback. What should I use for talkback? Little headset, just for fun. Headset. Okay, now let's do some color. I like to have green on drums. Bass is this blue. Acoustic guitar or yellow. Red, orange, red and red. There is no white. That's bugging me a lot. There is no white. I would like to have white for my lead vocal. So I think I'm gonna go dark. There you go, black. That's gonna be my first guitar. Lead vocals, we said we go black. Orange guitar, drums in green. Bass, this blue. Click track, and all that stuff, all those track I like to leave on blue, on this blue. And that's gonna be off because it's a talkback. I don't like to have my talkback really lit. What's going on with that talkback? I didn't do anything on it, right? What's going on here? There's nothing. I think I need to copy paste that from this one. Is there anything on it? I need to copy that. So okay, tool to talkback, copy, confirm. Copy, confirm. Okay, now it makes more sense to have at least the same SM58. Maybe I can take out the compression on that and the gate, because if the person speaking to the talkback needs to get loud, I want them to be able to scream over other stuff if they need to give out an information and go like, Okay, there's something wrong, stuck the backtrack. I don't want that to be compressed. But when they're doing back vocal, compressed, my friend. I don't care. That's about it. This is how I basically build a show. Now, let's save that before any mistake happens. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go into Snap. And if I can show it to you. I can create a new show. Save as my friend Francis. Whoa, what did I do? Okay, doesn't matter. I'm gonna save this the snap. Save. Francis the Grand Prix will be the show that I will do this weekend, and I'm gonna go save. Now everything that I've done is save. But I'm not into a show. I really need, I don't know for you guys, but did you experiment with the new show file system, with the new show control option and stuff like that? Because it's still a bit confusing to me. I know I need to get my stuff together and figure out how that's working, but I'm still like, I'm too busy to have time to spend on that. I just want a single show file to go like, click, call it off, it's done, next, moving on to the next project, go. I don't have time to learn that new file structure. Even I believe it could be helpful for me to do so. But I don't usually recall a lot of stuff. Anyway, so I think it's going to be it for today. This is how I'm building a show for my country gig, my country music gig. This weekend I'm going to go Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to try, I know I keep saying that, I'm going to try to bring a camera along and show you guys what's happening there. I need to vlog. I know I need to vlog. I don't know why. I don't know if it's you guys, but my vlog just keep going. Like recently, the last gig that I did, really big one that I did the vlog on, is just got like a few thousand views in the last 48 hours. It's totally crazy for me. Like, this is my viral video that I never expect to happen. So I need to feed that machine that is the vlog watcher on YouTube. So, okay, now that's going to be stored. That's going to be left on the wing. I'm going to try to record the show. I'm going to try to bring that in action. Yeah, I'm going to try to bring that in action for sure, because I believe there's some people like you guys out there that would like to watch this and see. Actually, I need to do an A/B test and see how far did I fall off doing like EQs. We didn't do a lot of EQs. Actually, we did not do any EQ. But most of the time when I'm building show like that, I know some EQ stuff that I try to do like on the 58, and I would like to watch it after the sound check and see how far I end up from the pre-EQ to the real application of that. But sometimes, you know, it's the PA. Sometimes you have to mix through the PA, and sometimes you have to sacrifice channel EQ to make it sound good in the PA. My approach have always been to make it sure it sounds good on the channel strip, make it sure it sounds good in in-ear, and EQ the main out until it sounds the way you want it to sound. So I guess I tried to EQ my PA to sound like a Shure 846 earphone, I guess. But yeah, this has been my approach so far. And sometimes when you're running out of like EQ and the main out, when you use a already full-on parametric and already a full-on 31 band with some stuff like tweaked out, you got to stop. You got to stop over EQing stuff. But okay, this is it. Totally random stream, guys. Thank you very much for being with me today. I really appreciate the fact that you take some time off your day, and because I don't have my knobs anymore, I will need to manually send you home. It's now time for me to go to bed. Guys, please take care of yourself. I will see you very soon in another video, vlog, or live stream. Don't forget to watch my live stream every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Take care of yourself. See ya.